Over my life insurance and final expense sales career, I've actually knocked on over 1,000 doors and have dialed through thousands and thousands of leads in order to set appointments so that I could make my face-to-face sales presentations. Today, I'm going to show you how to door knock leads, call to set appointments, and most importantly, when to do either or both. In other words, should you just call your leads to set appointments first, or should you go out and door knock all your leads and forget about calling first? And if you'll hang around until the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get both my appointment setting super file along with my door knocking super file, so that now you'll have scripts not only on door knocking leads, but a solid script for calling your leads to set appointments. One of the most common questions that I've ever gotten is, and that I pretty much get all the time, is should I call my leads first or just go out and door knock them? And whether you're working Facebook leads, internet leads, final expense, direct mail leads, or even those telemarketed leads, I do suggest calling all your leads and setting appointments with pretty much as many of them as humanly possible. The idea is to book appointments and door knock in between the appointments. This is how you'll get the most out of your leads. And before I go any further, I would love to hear from you guys. Have you ever door knocked leads before? If so, what kind of results did you actually have? Just let me know below in the comments section. Here's a couple of tips on setting solid appointments. First, you want to double dial through all of your leads, and if you're not using an auto dialer, of course. And very important, you should call through all of your leads at least like a minimum of 6 to 8 times on your telephone day. When the prospect answers the phone, refer to them by their first name and follow the appointment setting script. When they ask you, what's this about, and half the time at least they're gonna do this, you gotta remind them that it's about the state-regulated program designed to cover their final expenses. Ma'am, this can also leave extra money for the family when you pass away. The idea is so that your family doesn't get stuck with your bills. Never, ever, ever use the word life insurance. Matter of fact, guys, the only time the words life insurance should exit your mouth is when you're sitting in front of them making your insurance sales presentation. Here's a couple of pro tips. 1, try to set the appointment no more than, I want to say, 2 to 3 days out. And 2, never, ever, ever call back the appointment that you set to remind them about the appointment. If you've set the appointment correctly, they've written it down and put the appointment on the calendar or maybe even their refrigerator. Now, let's say you've called through all your leads several times on your phone day and you've gotten like a bunch of appointments, or at least as many appointments as you're probably going to get from those leads. And just to be clear, guys, you have paid for those leads. The prospect has filled out the lead form, and it is your job to do everything possible to get in front of that person so you can make your sales presentation. If they tell me on the phone that they've changed their mind or that they're just not interested anymore, I'm gonna stop by their house when I'm in the neighborhood and door knock that lead either way. In most cases, guys, you're gonna be surprised. My personal experience is that people who are tough on the phone are often the opposite when you door knock and see them face to face. And here's the thing, guys, the next thing you know, you're being handed a check from someone who told you on the phone that they weren't interested, or maybe they even hung up on you when you called to set the appointment. When it comes to door knocking, I personally like to wear an identification badge, like a lanyard thing, around my neck so that I look somewhat official. When you approach the front door, the only thing you should be carrying is a stack of printed out leads, maybe clipped to your medical question page, and a pen. That's it. If you walk up to the house with a laptop, a briefcase, or even like an iPad, you're gonna look like some schmuck that's there to sell them something, and they're probably not even gonna answer the door. Remember, guys, nobody likes to be sold anything. I like to do a familiar door knock. Tap, ta-da-da, tap, tap, tap. And then what I'll do is I'll step back about 3 feet. Now, when they come to the door, I suggest that you are very vague, as vague as possible. But do show the prospect the lead printout, just don't hand it to them, and say something like, hey Janet, my office sent me here. You filled out this form online requesting information about the state-regulated burial plans. Then you want to gesture as if you're coming in, moving forward and actually maybe take a step forward. Where can we sit down really quick? Guys, you're gonna be surprised. Some folks are just gonna move out of the way and let you waltz right in, and others are gonna hesitate and try to get rid of you. Either way, no matter what you say, 1, never use the word life insurance, and 2, don't ever reschedule the appointment. You gotta avoid that at all costs. I mean, they're gonna tell you how, like, this is a bad time, or like they're getting ready to go somewhere. As a professional salesperson, you need to do your job. Don't listen to the excuses. Push your way in, let them know that you don't live near here and that you're gonna be making it really, really quick. You're gonna give them the short version. It's only gonna take a few minutes. If they keep making excuses, let them know that your job is simply to get them the information that they requested from you. We're either gonna be able to do something really good for you, sir, or not. Either way, I'm gonna make it really quick. I'll be brief, and you're either gonna be very happy that I came or not, and we'll shake hands and I'll be on my way. I've sat outside people's front doors and gone back and forth with them for like 5 to 10 minutes and finally gotten inside, and by the end of the presentation, they're thanking me and trying to give me a hug for being so pushy. Here's another thing. The second that you walk away from that front door, the odds of you getting inside to make your presentation actually goes down exponentially. Like, you're probably not even gonna see that person again. And in most cases, you'll set an appointment to come back like tomorrow, and then when you come back, they'll either totally ignore you or give you yet another excuse as to why they can't do this right now. Be firm, be professional, be brief. But most important, always, I mean always, always, always be closing. ABCs, baby. If you'd like a copy of both the appointment setting super file along with the door knocking super file that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. If you'd like information on our remote final expense sales platform, just shoot me an email at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get up, get out, whatever you do, make sure you do something really good for someone today. Happy hunting.